You have married for 5 years, no child, barren woman.
Chioma almost refused to attend the child dedication. From the moment the invitation arrived, her chest had felt heavy. Another celebration. Another room filled with babies. Another day of pretending she was okay. But Emeka held her hands that morning and kissed her forehead gently. "We can't hide forever," he told her softly. "I'm with you." So she dressed beautifully. A long emerald gown, diamond earrings, soft makeup hiding sleepless nights. And together, they arrived at the massive event center in Lekki where music floated through the air and women carried babies proudly against expensive lace wrappers. Everywhere Chioma turned, she saw tiny fingers, little shoes, strollers, smiling mothers. It felt like the entire world had something she could not touch. Still, she smiled politely beside her husband. Still, she greeted people respectfully. Still, she pretended her heart was not slowly breaking inside her chest. Then Mama Uche arrived. Everybody knew her. Loud voice, sharp tongue.
No kindness.
The older woman carried the baby's mother proudly, while greeting guests dramatically. The moment her eyes landed on Chioma, her smile changed. On, she shouted loudly enough for nearby tables to hear. "Chioma, you came to a child dedication." Several people turned immediately. Chioma forced a weak smile. "Good afternoon, Mama." But the woman moved closer. Her eyes traveled slowly over Chioma's body before she asked the question that silenced the table. "Tell me, how does it feel attending celebrations for children when you have none of your own?" The air changed instantly. Even the music suddenly felt distant. Chioma opened her mouth slightly, but no words came out, because pain was sitting heavily inside her throat. Mama Uche laughed lightly and continued. "Or have doctors finally told you the truth?" A few women nearby covered their mouths awkwardly. Others pretended not to listen while listening carefully. Chioma's fingers tightened around her handbag. Her eyes burned, but she refused to cry there. Not in front of everybody. Not again. She tried speaking.
Mama,
But her voice cracked before the sentence could survive. That was when Emeka stepped forward. Enough! The anger in his voice shocked the entire hall. People turned immediately. Emeka's jaw tightened as he pointed directly at Mama Uche. "You will never speak to my wife like that again." The older woman looked stunned. But Emeka was not finished. "I have respected your age for years," he said coldly, "but if you insult her again, I promise you will regret it." The hall became completely silent. Chioma stared at her husband with watery eyes. For the first time that day, somebody had stood between her and the cruelty.
Mama Uche scoffed bitterly.
"I only asked a question."
No, Emeka replied sharply.
"You tried to humiliate her." Without another word, he held Chioma's trembling hand tightly and began walking her toward the exit. But as they passed through the crowded hall, the whispers started. Soft at first, then louder. "Barren woman. That's her. Such wealth without a child. Poor man." Chioma heard every single one. Each whisper landed like tiny cuts inside her chest. By the time they entered the car, tears were already rolling silently down her face. Emeka started the engine angrily. "I swear I'll never let anybody treat you like that again." But Chioma could barely hear him, because through the tinted car window, she noticed a little girl standing outside the event center staring directly at her. The child slowly walked closer to the car. Then she smiled strangely and whispered something that made Chioma's blood run cold. "You're crying for a child that already belongs to you."